Hello and welcome. In this video we'll be discussing how to use the addition property of equality to solve equations. So let's begin with number 1. What I want you to realize is that an equation has a left side and a right side. So I've drawn a line through the equal sign so that you can see the separation between the left side and the right side. And the idea is that the left side is perfectly balanced out with the right side. So I've drawn a picture of a seesaw because that's how you can think of an equation. The left side, which is y minus 4, is in perfect balance with the right side, which is negative 6. So what's our goal when we're solving an equation? Well, our goal is to figure out, if we're looking at number 1 as an example, we're supposed to figure out what number y stands for to make this equation a true statement. And so our goal is basically to figure out what number or numbers y stands for. So really, that suggests that our goal is to get y alone so that we can see what it equals. And so let's see how we can go about doing that. Well, in order to get y alone, we need to get rid of this minus 4. Well, how do we get rid of subtraction by 4? What's going to undo subtraction? Well, if we go to its inverse, addition and subtraction undo each other. So if I want to get rid of this subtraction by 4, what I'm going to do is add 4. Okay, but remember that one of our jobs is to make sure that our system stays in balance. So if I add 4 to one side, I've just thrown the system off balance. So how do I get it to rebalance? Well, the answer is if I add 4 to one side, then I have to make sure that I've added 4 to the other side as well. Okay, so if I look at what's left on the left-hand side, y minus 4 plus 4, well, minus 4 and plus 4, those make 0. So I can cross them out, and that means all that's left is y. On the right-hand side, I've got negative 6 plus 4. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2, and that's my answer. So I've just figured out that y stands for negative 2. Let's take a look at number 2. So again, my goal for number 2 is to get x alone. So this time, in order to get x alone and figure out what number it stands for, I have to undo this plus 1. Well, I want to undo it in such a way again as to not throw my system off balance, because right now x plus 1 is in perfect balance with negative 15. So if I want to get rid of addition by 1, I'm going to subtract 1, but I can't just do one side of the equation without doing the other, or I throw off the balance. So if I subtract 1 from one side, I have to subtract it from the other side as well. And then if I look at what's left, well, 1 and negative 1 make 0, so those cancel out, and all that's left is x on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, negative 15 and negative 1 make negative 16. And that's my answer. Okay, I want you to try numbers 3 and 4. Pause the video and then restart after you've given them both a try. Okay, so for number 3, you should have added 12 to both sides to get rid of the minus 12, which would have given you y equals 3. Okay, again, whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. And then in number 4, to get rid of this plus 1, you should have subtracted 1 from both sides. Okay, 1 and negative 1 make 0. And on the other side, negative 1 and negative 1 make negative 2.